So today I'll give you 10 commandments of hitting 10K a month. I've seen a lot of these kid YouTubers and I thought of making this video because none of them give good advice nowadays. They're just trying to sell you something because they got sponsorship. And to be honest, most of these guys don't even make money. They don't make money. So their only way to money is to monetize you. Me, on the other hand, I have got so many messages from my audience to buy my fucking course, which I don't even have. And मैं यही बोलता हूँ कि अभी नहीं, अभी तुम खुद से करो, videos देख के कुछ कर लो पहले, and then we'll see, right? Let's get back to the videos topic now. जो मैं 10 commandments बताने जा रहा हूँ, ये सब नहीं है कि इसको करने से तुम अचानक 10K a month में पहुंच जाओगे. It's more like a lifestyle जो तुम्हें incorporate करना पड़ेगा. And अगर तुमने कर लिया ये, फिर your life is gonna get better. You'll hit 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, whatever. And these are not going to be some simple कि हाँ ये AI कर लो या फिर जाके ChatGPT पे ये कर लो या फिर 5 बजे उठने लग जाओ. It's not going to be any of those. These are very advanced, very practical, and very proven ways to get to 10K a month. And you'll understand why as I keep breaking down every single commandment and tell you why it is required. Let's start with commandment number 1, which is going to be know your 4 main building blocks of your income. ठीक है, तुम्हारा 4 building blocks क्या है? What are your main 4 tasks that's going to produce you money every single fucking day? ठीक है, and उसको हमेशा रोज करो, no matter what. तुम पार्टी पे जा रहे हो, तुम कहीं पे घूमने जा रहे हो, तुम्हारा गेस्ट आया है, doesn't matter. Do these 4 tasks every single day. For me, it's checking my ads every single day, finding new product, doing my calculation, and now it's making video as well. ठीक है, no matter what. Even, I used to go to party a lot. Okay, I used to go to nightclubs and I used to party till 7 a.m. in the morning. Last year when I was a degenerate. Okay, and us time, baby, I used to come home 7, drunk as fuck, open my laptop, and I used to check my ads. Okay, ye wala acha hai, isko on, isko off, isko on, isko off. That's how I made money, just working 5 to 10 minutes a day back in those days. And I made a fuck ton of money because I knew my 4 commandments. Us time pe mera ad check hota tha roz. I used to check what my daily profit was, and I used to find new products and plug it back into my store as I was partying. And it just took me 10 minutes because systems tha mere paas. So know what your 4 building blocks are of your fucking business. For you, it could be texting your clients, doing your clients' work, or maybe even learning if you're just starting out, learning the skill, right? Do that. Second, and very powerful one, is connect with somebody who is extremely rich than yours. This is the highest ROI activity if you're just starting out. Find somebody who is extremely rich. Maybe in e-commerce, if you want to get into e-commerce, maybe in freelancing, whatever. Extremely rich, extremely low-key, or maybe who is trying to get famous. Know their need and go and tell them, I'm going to work for you for 60 days. Suppose somebody is building a new website and you know how to make a website. Go and tell them, I know how to make a website. I'm going to make this website for you for absolutely free, and connect with them, provide them value. And when you do that, and if they accept your request, you get into their energy. You have their energy now, you know their mindset, you can spend time with them. Very crucial, okay? This is not something that, it's just written in the book. This is one of the self-help tips which actually works. Not many does, but this one does. When you go and spend time with them, you understand how their business works. You understand how they make money. You understand their thought process. Maybe somebody is a YouTuber who is just growing like me. I'm not saying message me, okay? Don't do this. But somebody like me, maybe. You can go to them and say, I can edit your videos for free. I can help you rank in YouTube. Or somebody who is just writing a blog, I can help you with your blog. Somebody who is just learning AI, I can do this AI for you. You don't need to learn. I'll do this for free for the next 60 days. Stuff like that. Do it for free. Help them. And then they'll take you under their wing, maybe. Very crucial. This is one of the things that helped me skyrocket my journey. Okay? Now let's come to commandment number 3, which is going to be understand what your main skill is and do a compound exercise, just like in the gym, every single week for it. Okay? Find out what your main work is, what your main skill is, which will directly produce the highest ROI, and go so deep into it, go into the rabbit hole of learning about it every single week. I do it still now. I come up with one of the most innovative products, one of the most innovative ideas that is not used in India yet every single time. about maybe delivery, sometimes regarding ad strategies, sometimes the offers, sometimes the kind of products. I come up every single time, and the whole ecom community knows about it. And this is because every single week I do extensive work on it. 2-3 hours, I go so deep. I watch YouTube videos which just have like 500 views, some millionaire talking about it. Sometimes I read ebooks that's just really deep into the forum which is hidden all over the internet. Things like that. Sometimes I go to black hat forums and learn from there. You need to go super deep that no one is going yet and learn from there every single week and go so intense that you can actually become the best in the world. If you want to earn best in the world money, you need to have best in the world skills at least. So do that, and then you'll see that you're growing so exponentially every week, you're leaving everyone behind. Now let's come to commandment number 4, which is going to be similar to the last commandment, but just different. In this one, make 1% better shift in everything that you do every single day. And by the end of the year, you'll have 365% better results than everybody. अब इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है? लास्ट में तुमने क्या किया था? तुमने एक को पकड़ा था एंड उसको इतना कंपाउंडली हिट किया कि यू आर टेकिंग अ क्वांटम लीप एवरी सिंगल वीक. इसमें तुम छोटे छोटे चीज पे 1% बेटर करोगे. फॉर मी, मे बी लर्निंग हाउ टू राइट बेटर डिस्क्रिप्शन. मे बी तुम्हारा सेल्स स्क्रिप्ट को तुमने 1% बेटर कर दिया. मे बी कॉल को 1% बेटर कर दिया जो तुम सेल्स कॉल लेते हो. मे बी प्रोडक्ट रिसर्च मेथड को तुमने 1% बेटर कर दिया. एक यूट्यूब वीडियोज ही देखना है बस. एंड यूट्यूब वीडियो देखने के बाद व्हाट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल मेक मिस्टेक इज दे जस्ट वॉच इट एंड देन स्क्रॉल द नेक्स्ट वन. देखने के बाद sit calm for some time. Think about what he just said. And we'll come about the next commandment which is going to help you with the same one. Think about it. बैठो, सोचो, analyze करो, अपना तात्पर्य दो दिमाग से, है ना, कि हाँ इसने ये बोला है, what do I think now? Be creative. This is how you increase your creativity. ठीक है? And 1% better करो अपने इस चीज को. Whatever you're doing right now, just get 1% better in it, and you'll see that by the end of the year, you're 365% better. Maybe get speed learning in your arsenal. Maybe add something else. Maybe add biohacking, which will come again in a bit. So that's the 4th commandment. The 5th commandment is going to be have an information filter. What you're consuming every day. If you're using Instagram and if you see naked girls only, then that's going to be in your brain. Have some filter in your brain, okay? What you're trying to learn, what you're seeing, where you're getting the information from. If you're just watching stand-up comedy, I mean, it's good for your personality, but if you're just doing that, it's not going to be helpful. You're going to use Instagram anyway. At least make it beneficial. For me, if I check my Instagram, I find all the winners, the products that I'm going to sell. So me using Instagram is me making money. Revolutionize the Instagram algorithm to your favor. Okay, only if something bad comes, just do not interested. Like if a naked girl comes, not interested right now. Maybe in some years, but not right now. Right? Do that. And another thing that I want to talk about is read good quality books. Watch high quality YouTube content. Don't just watch content from some kid who hasn't done much in life and just learn from them. Learn from higher quality people. Even if it's like you want to just consume content, right? Consume something that's going to be beneficial. Watch movies like Suits, series like Suits, Breaking Bad, and Peaky Blinders, things like that. Even Game of Thrones is fine. You'll learn so many things from there. Mad Men is good. You know, stuff that expands your brain. Maybe Three Body Problem. You know, you can watch better quality content as well instead of just some kissing booth and sex education and whatnot. You don't need these. When I was watching Shoots every single day, the way I speak, the way I walk, the way I dress, it started getting better. So watch higher quality content. I'm not saying be a monk mode guy who doesn't do anything. Even if you're watching, at least watch higher quality content. Now let's get to the next point, which is going to be commandment number 6. And the commandment number 6 is biohacking now. Very crucial. If you want to make 10K a month, that's a lot of money, first of all. Doctors don't make that much money here in India. So you can't just make it living a normal life, eating that roti with a lot of, sabji in it or puri with a lot of oil in it. You need to control what you eat, how you sleep, how you wake up, everything. This is crucial. I used to do it so religiously back in those days. And once you pass 10K a month, you don't have to do it that extremely, but it's still important. Even now, I make sure I follow some of the most important biohacking routines. Back in those days, this is how I used to do it, okay? I used to wake up at 5, straight at 5. Nowadays, I wake up whenever I want. But that days, I used to wake up at 5. And उसके बाद मैं क्या करता था, मैं अपने पैरों को ऐसे ऊपर रख के सो जाता था. I mean, रेस्ट करता था कि मेरा ब्लड सबसे पहले नीचे हेड पे आ जाए उठने से पहले. Okay, for 5 minutes, I used to do that. Once that is done, I used to get up. And then I used to go brush my teeth, whatever. Then I used to make this lemon water and salt for the electrolytes, which has been removed from my body while I was asleep. Uske baad I used to go for a walk, take some sun for 15 minutes. Then I used to come up. Then I used to work. I used to not eat anything. Coffee, work, coffee, work, coffee, work. And after 5, 6, then I used to eat. I used to take my pills. Different pills I used to take like GABA, L-theanine, taurine. I used to take Shilajit, whatnot, to improve my overall performance. And you need that, okay? You don't need maybe all of it. And before going to bed, I used to put a sleep mask and an ear mask. I used to drink some sleeping tea. I don't know what it is. I forgot the name. Starts from C. I don't know if you know, comment down below. But yeah, I used to drink that tea so that I could sleep on time. So everything was fixed. My chances of not being disciplined was reduced now, right? You need to incorporate such things in your life. You get me? It's not just a joke. It's not like, oh, maybe I can skip biohacking. No, try it. For real. If you want to go to 10K a month, fast as possible, try it. Now let's get to commandment number 7, which is going to be, whenever you produce any valuable item, whenever it can be a service, it can be a product, maybe you're doing something for your client, make sure to include some 10% extra value in it. I'll give you an example. So my friend came from, not my friend, my acquaintance. He's an acquaintance that I just recently know, very great guy. I came to know about him from Instagram only. We haven't met. So he was coming in Dubai, okay? And he was trying to rent a Lambo. And he asked me that if I know anybody. And we are starting a car company, so we don't have a Lambo yet. Maybe in some years we'll have, maybe in some months, we don't know. But I told him I don't have one, but one of my friends who has a massive, massive car company, he has almost 100, 200 supercars here in Dubai, okay? He had it. And I said, yeah, I have it, I'll connect it with you. And I could have taken some commission for it, but I did not. I gave him in the lowest market price. And he had it, and he enjoyed it for some time. And that guy made some money because his car was rented. Both of them had profit. I could have been a sleazy middleman, but I was not. And both of them were happy, right? So sometimes you need to be valuable and be selfless, not be selfish in between. If you're working for a client, what you can do is, if they paid for $1,000 service, maybe add something extra in it. You know, this doesn't cover my service. The money you paid doesn't cover for this service, but I gave it to you. I used to do that a lot. Even now in our e-commerce, I do that a lot with our shipping aggregator. You know, sometimes we just send them some gifts. Sometimes we used to also give them some referrals and not take any percentage. They just say, oh, you'll make some 20, 30K if you give us referral, but we should not take any of it because it's not valuable for me enough. But when I do that, it positions me in a certain way. And when you position yourself in a very valuable, non-needy way, people would like to reward you as well in unexpected ways. Do that. Try it out. You'll be surprised. Let's get to commandment number 8 now. Commandment number 8 is start making content. I have talked about it before. Okay, I've talked about it before, but I want to talk about it again because it's so important. If you're doing anything, okay, अगर तुम कंटेंट बनाने लग जाओ, then benefit क्या होगा पता है? लोग तुम्हें देखेंगे, तुम्हें वहां से जानेंगे, तुम्हारा exposure ज़्यादा होगा, okay? How fast you're going to grow is how much exposure you're getting in the market. And the more exposure you get, the more luckier you'll be. And when you're lucky enough, well exposed enough, you'll get opportunities. So your entire journey is going to be 2 to 3 times faster. 10K a month, easily you'll reach there if you start making content. If you're starting to make content even today, you're not late. So start from today, make content, post anything, have a profile, have a portfolio, post there, right? Be more sagacious, you know, try to post more content, show what your life is like, show how your hard work is like. If you're starting out, doesn't matter. You can show ki haan mera ye cheez acha nahi ja raha, it was my goal, didn't go well, it's fine. Show that and you'll see that, okay, I'm getting more opportunities now. Trust me on this. Okay, start making content. Now let's get to the ninth commandment. Before sleeping every day, start reading novel of some high achiever. I've done it for so long now. Not every day though. I've done it for so long, not every day, but I used to read about Alexander the Great. I used to read about Chanakya. I read about Genghis Khan. I read about so many businessmen like this Radha Krishna Pilali. And I read about so many businessmen, okay, before I go to sleep. And I used to imagine myself in them. Or just watching some, highly motivating videos. That's fine as well. But reading is better because you go into the depth of their world. So read for 15 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, it's fine, about them, and imagine yourself in their shoe. This thing changes your identity. Okay? And when your identity is changed from inside, that's when the real manifestation or whatever happens. And this is a very, very, very important tool in your hand that I've just given you. Read about it. I got this thing from Jason Capital's Success Installation System when I was 16, and I've used it ever since. And it's so powerful. Just read about the famous achievers in the history, whatever you feel connected to. Start reading from theirs. Imagine yourself in their shoes. Okay, imagine yourself in their shoes, what they're doing, and just think how you do as well. Like Benjamin Franklin, I guess I've read about him, a guy who is the founding father of America, right? And is the same guy who discovered kinetic energy as well. So learn about them, imagine yourselves in their shoes, and then you'll see that, oh, I'm growing super fast. I'm getting better day by day. Things are going nicer. Do this every single day. And the last commandment, the 10th commandment, is going to be this. When you're making money, okay, whatever money you're making, maybe you're just making 1 lakh a month, 2 lakh a month, not at 10K yet. When you're making money, understand what is the highest ROI investment. Okay? Understand what's the highest ROI investment. Do some research about this. Okay? How can I use my money in the highest ROI generating way? Maybe it should be, if you're running an agency, start hiring a appointment setter, or maybe start running an ad. If it's your e-commerce, maybe import that product which no one has imported, right? Things like that. And then invest that money instead of going outside, investing that money, blowing up that money, whatever. Okay? Do that. For example, again, when I was running e-commerce and I made some money, I didn't go and spend all of that money, okay, at that time. What I did was, with that money, I bought a lot of product because it was already working well in bulk, and no one was, buying that product at that time because it was an old product, but I just did a little bit of innovation in the offer and it started selling well. So I bought a lot of it in 50% of the market value. I saved literally 50% in my product cost. So my profit margin literally went by 10-20% just because of that move. So you need to understand smart moves and play it well. Understand what is the best ROI that you can use the money in right now, and then do it. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you like it. If you like it, then like, share, subscribe, whatever the fuck that people ask for.